Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us here on WAT Radio, and you're watching us on channel 18, BTC Fiber TV. Getting my stuff situated here, Papa. You're watching us on channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, as I was saying, and also check us out on the BTC Fiber YouTube page. Get on there and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And you can watch all, not just our show, you can watch all of our episodes on there. You can watch all the original BTC Fiber TV programs on there. We're going to be on Main Street with Constance soon, but I don't know the exact time. She's going to let me know on that. And so we'll let you guys know on that when that happens. It's coming up soon.
Does that make
should be interviewing us on there.
Does that make us celebrities?
I guess so. And we was on Valley Views one time. That was fun, wasn't it?
I watched Ed Brown's show the other day.
Oh, they're wanting to do a crossover too.
They had Blake Robertson on there.
Mm-hmm.
He sang two of the songs that he's written. One was Grandpa's Garden, and one was The Last Letter.
Yeah.
Boy, you talk about
I saw some of that episode, yeah.
Tremendous.
Need to watch it out. So yeah, we'll have two crossover episodes going on here in the near future, folks.
He gave some of the credit to his songwriting ability to his wife.
Really?
He said she's helping him.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Which I knew Blake wrote, music he has for as long as I can remember, so.
But those are two precious, and he's got another one, Mountain Girl, about his wife. She's out on the mountain. But I liked Grandpa's Garden and The Last Letter.
Yeah, we'll have to get Blake on here sometime too as a guest and sing a few tunes on here. I think that's a good idea, Papa.
He can play that guitar.
He sure can. He sure can. So they'll have to work on that too. But yeah, it's the Ed Brown Show. Speaking of them, you can watch all their episodes as well. And all the original program, like I said, I know I'm leaving some out, but not intentionally. But I do know those two are the ones that we are doing crossover episodes with in the near future. Had a lot of people apparently wants that, request that, so we're gonna try to make that happen for them. It'll be fun. We'll make it fun. We can always do that, Papa.
I watched your episode with Bill Wolf and Casey.
Yeah, thank you, Casey Robertson. She's done a great job filling in for you last week.
She didn't seem to be nervous.
No, she was a natural. She was a natural. So, that's a good one to call on. She messed up, done a good job. So, I'll be calling her in a time of need. She might fill in for me sometime. You never know.
There you go.
And it was great to have a co-host, a guest host that knew sports.
Yeah.
Because what's wrong with that? Most of the guest hosts I've had, sports just wasn't their strong point. They didn't watch it or whatever, so it was nice to have somebody, she does keep up with sports, so.
Sports is not for everyone.
No, it's not for everyone. It's for a lot of people, though.
Allie
including me. No, Allie didn't like it at all. No, she did not. Well, we have a lot of events going on this weekend. You got Valley Fest that I'll tell you guys about in just a minute. And also the cruise in right here in town. And I don't have all the information on the cruise in with me right now. It's been moved on us, so I don't know where it's at. But I do know it's this weekend, so it's a huge weekend. I think this happened last year though, Ethan, same thing. And they did the walk that day too. I believe that walk is this weekend too. But it seems like I know last year it all worked out pretty good though, because a lot of people went to both events because they're scheduled at a time where you kind of can really you can go to both if you'd like to. Because Valley Fest is it 3 days, Ethan? 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, here's the information on Valley Fest anyway. Valley Fest, okay, once again, it'll be in Dunlap this year. It's going to be, so it says reserved seats are still available, folks. If not reserving seats, y'all remember to bring your own chair. And they also have a handicapped seating area near the stage. That's good. Okay, let's see. On Saturday, I'm going to tell you guys who is singing. Hunter Girl's going to be there, which I know you don't know who that is, Papa, but she's really talented. Really talented. But anyway, on Saturday, though, tomorrow, Valley Fest kicks off 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is on, this says the stage schedule, so I'm assuming this is the main stage. Music Makers is going to be there from 11 to 1, then 1 o'clock will be the opening ceremony. And then right after that, from 1:30 to 2:30, they'll have the T.C. Bryant Band taking the stage. And after that, at 3 p.m. until 4, Stacy Mitchart, is that how you pronounce her name? Stacy Mitchart will be on stage. Then after that, at 4:30, Leah Seawright will take the stage. And then 6 o'clock, Cody McCarver will take the stage.
Wow.
And then at 8 o'clock, that's Mark Chestnut, country star Mark Chestnut, will close it out on Saturday night. That should be a good show, folks. That should be a really good show. So I see the headliners this year are Mark Chestnut and Hunter Girl. Hunter Girl was a finalist on American Idol. I want to say, is she from Tennessee? I thought, yeah, she's from Tennessee. She done really, really well on American Idol. Made the finals this past year. Really, truly, she should have won. She was better than the one that won it. To be honest with you, she was quite a bit better. So she'll be there on Sunday, and I'd say that'll be a good show. So speaking of Sunday, May the 7th, 12 o'clock is when it starts on Sunday. Valley Fest will kick off at 12 noon on Sunday with Joe Blaylock taking the stage. He'll be on stage from 12 to 1. Then 1:30 to 2:30 it'll be Walter Slide. I like that name, Walter Slide. He'll slide right on the stage at 1:30, folks. And Grow in Grace will be on stage from 2:30 until 3:30. And then, as I was talking about, 4 o'clock, the headliner, Hunter Girl, who developed a huge fan following when she was on American Idol. She got very popular. If you haven't heard her sing, folks, you're going to like her. She is the real deal. She can sing. She sings very well. And so she'll be the headliner for Sunday at Valley Fest. Let's see. I think that's mainly it, isn't it? They're having art having an art show apparently that is connected to Valley Fest, right? Huh?
Yesterday.
Okay, it was
I think you can still
yesterday.
go see the exhibits, but it opened yesterday.
Okay.
I think it'll be open.
And then a car show event. The only thing, okay, the crew says Valley Fest Cruising Rankin. So they'll be having a car show event too. I'm assuming on Saturday, but it doesn't say. But I'm assuming that'll be on Saturday. So a lot will be going on at Valley Fest. This will be a good year for them. Mark Chestnut and Hunter Girl. That's a good lineup there.
I don't think
I'm pulling up stuff on both
Cody
of them.
McCarver is a slouch.
Oh no, he's not. Of course not. I was just seeing them on here. It was Hunter Girl and Mark Chestnut. There's a picture of Hunter Girl, Papa. She's a pretty girl and very, very talented. I can't remember why she called. Oh, she came up with the name Hunter Girl, obviously, but I can't remember the story behind that name. But and that song Redbird, she wrote that song. Very, very good song. You would like her, actually. She's very, very talented. She's the real deal.
I
So I'm
think
glad
women,
they got her.
I think women are twice as attractive as men.
Well, I would hope you would think that, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so that's Valley Fest. We'll try to get more details on the cruise in and the walk for mental health and mental illness that is also this weekend here in Pottville.
Now, that's been in the Bledsonian.
I know, but we're missing the biggest part of the Bledsonian for some reason today. Anyway, but that we'll get the details for you on that, folks, because both events were held on the same weekend last year too, but they both ended up doing well. So I think the reason is because like the times, Valley Fest, a lot of it happened later on, and the one here in town, the cruise in and the walk, were mainly stuff in the daytime. So I know a lot of people got to go to both events because they're both really good events. So there'll be plenty to do this weekend, Papa. In the Sequatchie Valley, you don't have to go too far to find something to do this weekend, that's for sure.
There you go.
Well, let's see here, Papa. I've got an announcement here that is about the Chamber. It's the Chamber of Commerce for Pikeville. It's going to be, now it says in the paper, it's been, that's the wrong date in the paper, okay, folks? It's actually going to be on Thursday, May the 11th, and it's going to be held at 7 o'clock a.m.
Wow.
So this is going to be a breakfast event. And it says, we are happy to welcome Mike Brown with Pick Tennessee Products. He has been with the Department of Agriculture since 2014. And in his current role, he is a resource for new expanding food manufacturers with developing marketing opportunities and regulatory compliance. Prior to joining the department, Mike worked as a food marketing and product development consultant. He has 40 years of experience in the food industry. That's a lot. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Tennessee and a Master of Science degree from Tennessee State University. He's a native of Wayne County, and he is extremely proud of his Tennessee agricultural heritage. The meal is going to be catered by the Wooden's Apple House. Please make plans to attend, folks. It's going to be Thursday, May the 11th. So if you see a different date on there, remember that's wrong. It's going to be Thursday, May 11th, and it will be at 7 o'clock a.m. And I'm hoping that's it for me, Papa. Let's see. Well, okay, at least I can. Here's something at least about the walk for mental health awareness. Okay, so once again, that's going to be, well, as I was saying, it is this Saturday, tomorrow. It's going to be here in downtown Pikeville. So I'm trying to see the time. Anyway, it says mark your calendar and plan to join the fun May the 6th tomorrow by participating in the Mental Health Awareness Walk and Children Activities sponsored by Bledsoe Aware, which we had them on last year to promote this.
Yes.
Miss Becky Ridley was on
I
here.
remember that.
The City of Pikeville also sponsors it, the Main Street Committee and BTC Fiber. Activities will be from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. right here in downtown Pikeville. The walk begins at 4 p.m. and the cruise in and summer nights, okay, the music entertainment starts at 5 p.m. So by Georgia, I did find some info on it. I didn't have to look very far or hard for it. There it was right in front of me, Papa. So, like I said, plenty to do in Pikeville and Dunlap this weekend. You got the cruise in here, plus the walk for mental health awareness. That's all tomorrow. And then Valley Fest kicks off tomorrow in Dunlap. It's a 2-day event, folks. Remember that. Saturday and Sunday. So plenty to do around here, Papa. let's hear your big announcements.
We have a revival going on out in New Harmony, the Free Will Baptist Church out there on New Harmony Road.
Yeah.
But today is the last day.
If you want to go, you better go tonight.
Started on the 1st, and today is the last day of the revival effort. And it's at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, so that's 5:30.
So 5:30 Central Time, folks.
And the evangelist is a fellow by the name of Gary Lewis. So if you want to get involved in that, you'll have to go tonight because it'll be the last night. Also tomorrow, on May the 6th, down at the Methodist Church, Pagma Methodist Church here on Main Street, they're having the basement, and it starts at 9 o'clock and goes until 1. And they're wanting donations, clean, usable donations. They don't want you to use them as a drop-off or something that you don't want.
Yeah.
But the things that they have a lot of new things, and if it's not marked, it's $1. But if it's marked, whatever the price is on it.
Wow.
But most of the things you can purchase for $1.
Yeah, they're all good deals.
This is sponsored by the women of the United Methodist Church, and they use it for mission activities.
Right, that's true.
Also on tomorrow, the West End Church of God is going to have a yard sale.
Okay.
And it's going to be from 8 o'clock in the morning until whatever.
Yeah, I guess until the stuff's gone, folks.
And the church gets the benefit of whatever they sell.
That's
also,
good.
there is going to be a presentation by the Drama Club at the Bledsoe County High School.
Yeah.
They're going to present Frozen Jr.
I saw that.
And Connor Wheeler is going to be Olaf. And the two sisters,
Okay.
Elsa and Anna, are going to be portrayed by Sailor Mills and Abby Stone. They're going to be the main characters.
Right.
And it's going to be tomorrow.
No way. Wow, a lot going on tomorrow.
And then it's also going to be on Friday the 12th.
That's good.
So that's Saturday, this Saturday, and next Friday. And it starts at 6 o'clock. And you purchase the ticket at the auditorium door.
Okay, that's good.
Tickets are $5.
Yeah, go check that out, folks. I'd say it will be a really good production. They always seem to do a good one every year.
Well, you're going to get 2 shots at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock and the following Friday at 6 o'clock.
That's right.
Then there's going to be at the Mountain Crest Methodist Church out on Highway 30. There's going to be a multi-family yard sale. And it's today and tomorrow, but today is too late. But it stops at 2 o'clock today. But tomorrow you can shop this yard sale from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Good
and
deal.
This is going to be mainly children and adult clothing, as well as household items. And so they want you to come and
multi-family yard
shop the multi-family yard sale.
So the more likely there'll be a lot to choose from.
I'm sure there will
Usually
be.
when it's multi-family yard sales, you got a lot to choose from on those usually, folks.
But most yard sales are just one family.
Yeah.
So it's not a common thing to see multi-families joining together.
No, it's not common.
But if you get a church involved, you've got a bunch of families.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if it's, I guess the more families, the better. For the public, there'll be more to choose from.
More to choose from.
So yeah, definitely want to check that out, folks. So
there's a lot going on in Bledsoe
There is
County.
a lot going on the next few days here. That is for sure. Can't say there's nothing to do this weekend. That's for dang sure. You got 2 really big events here in Pikeville and Dunlap starting tomorrow.
Well, some of that was that revival and that yard sale out at Mount Crest. That was today and tomorrow.
Right.
But anyway,
so we can at least get them on there tomorrow.
They'll get it tomorrow. Get it tomorrow.
Well, Papa, I do believe it is trivia time.
I happen to have a few of those.
Yeah.
Sure do.
I had my guest co-host filling for you last week to come up with the trivia last week.
I could have
I
answered.
thought, well, she's filling in for Papa, so I'll have her come up with the trivia.
I could have answered a couple of those, but not all of them.
I see.
Okay, if you're in Florida and you come across a sand hill, what is a sand hill called in Florida?
In Florida,
You don't call them sand hills. Sand
dunes.
dunes. D-U-N-E-S. Why in
West,
the world? Why don't they call it a sand hill?
I don't really. That's a good question, and I don't have the answer for that one.
If you're
That's for sure.
if you're dressed up to go on Halloween on October the 31st and you want to trick or treat, what do you put on your face?
A mask.
A mask.
Heck
Can
yeah,
be
I
all
remember that as a
kinds
kid.
of can be all kinds of masks.
Oh yeah.
If you have false teeth, you have a hard time eating corn on the
Cobb.
cob. If you'll
You
notice,
have a hard time eating that no matter what. You can't.
notice some of the advertising for false teeth, they'll have them eating
That's a good thing.
corn cob on television. Now I don't know if you'll know
wonder
this
why.
or not. The Louisiana Purchase explorers were Lewis and
Clark.
Clark.
No way. Heck
You
yeah.
got that. I didn't think you'd get that.
I didn't think I would either, to be honest with you. It was
Lewis
a
and
little
Clark.
bit of a guess there. I just heard those names together, so.
All right, so you're
Off the
4 for
number
4. Now we go to number 5.
Okay.
The circus comedian. What is
That would be the clown.
the clown?
Who I never found. I don't know why, but I don't like clowns, so I never found them very funny. They freak me out.
Red Skeleton always was a master of the mime. He just would try to present what he wanted to say without saying it,
That's a tough thing to do.
and he was a master of it. Okay,
You have to be talented to be a mime.
yeah, you do. Okay, if you're a boxer and your name is Muhammad, what's your last name?
Muhammad Ali.
Ali. You're on a roll, boy.
I am.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Hyde.
Yeah. I've not heard of that in a long time.
That's a classic.
It is.
That's a classic.
It is.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I know some people with some Jekyll and Hyde personalities.
Last one. What do you call an enclosure where you keep pigs or hogs? 3 letters.
A pigsty.
A pigsty.
Right there we go.
S-T-Y. You got every one of them right, Billy.
You dang right.
You're
Did
good.
good this week, if
You're
I do
good.
say so myself.
You're good.
Well, let's see what you got there.
That's time for sports.
Yeah, it will be. It sure will be. But you get out that sponsor list, and I'll
I
have
got the
that.
sponsor list right here.
Well, I'll get me a drink and do that now. Before we go to the commercial break. And of course, we'll have that sports of all sorts and some good old Albertology. Wonder what we're going to learn today, folks.
That's going to be
he's,
interesting.
he's had a wild thing about it, so that could get crazy. We'll see, though. But first, we want to thank the following people for sponsoring our show. So a big thank you to the following businesses: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, who is open on Saturdays now again, by the way. The offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance, Matt Massengale, Nickel Row Antiques, right beside us here. They are open once again. You can't go wrong by visiting this store. I'm telling you, they've got everything in here.
People have been coming in and bringing products for their shelves.
I bet, yeah.
I've seen 3 or 4 different people that I recognize.
Exactly. And now they also have one just right across the corner here on
One
Spring
block
Street.
away.
Just 1 block away. That's right. Also, big thank you to, speaking of one block away, big thank you to the Morgan Brothers, who also own the brewery and the venue, or the Bankwalker Brewery and the venue, and the Pikeville Family Restaurant. Go get some breakfast, folks, at Pikeville Family Restaurant each morning. They're open for breakfast only. Get the waffle. You won't regret that.
I wonder how long they're open.
I think they close right at lunchtime. It's just for breakfast. But then you go check it out, folks. Really, really good food. That's just right here in downtown. That building's been around for a long time. Also, State Farm Insurance. Thank you, Nick Smith. Milldam Outdoor Adventures. Thank you, Timmy Campbell and Michelle. It's Lola's, Collier and Company Realty, Bill Wolf and Lee Station Baptist Church. That's where we were at last week. Papa didn't get to make that one. I told him, Ethan, he would have froze at that one. It was cold in that house, let me tell you. If I'm cold, it's cold. Also, thank you to Southern Pearl Florist Home Decor and Gifts and the Daily Stop. So thanks to all our sponsors. And as I said right before I told you the sponsors, we got still to come plenty of sports of all sorts and some good old Albertology. And like I said, you have to stick around to find out what we're going to learn today, Papa.
And you'll have some jokes.
And of course, as tradition, we'll end it with some jokes. That'd be a crime if we don't do that. A lot of people would have a fit if we don't do that. They tune in for them jokes now.
I told your mother if she wanted to improve on the format that I have formulated, the trivia, the sports, and the Albertology, and the jokes. I said, if you want to change it, that let me know. She never has.
No, I don't think she will. I think we got it pretty much down pat. Well, of course, every now and then, a lot of times we, shoot off the cuff, but that's what makes it interesting. Or I keep being told that anyway.
I'd like to think that it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it must be. Must be doing something right, Papa. And but anyway, folks, stick around. That's all coming up next, right after the commercial break.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, folks.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert Billy Show here on WUAT Radio, and you're watching us on channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube channel. If you watch us on there too, obviously, get on there and check it out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I think I remembered it all. Check out the BTC Fiber Facebook page, the Albert Billy Show Facebook page. I don't know why they just don't combine. We need to do something like that. That might be easier. Yeah, but you can check those out too. I remember about 50% of the time to tell them about that. Remember a lot more. Remember a lot better than I used to. That's for sure.
There you go.
And of course today we have Papa back in the house with us. He missed a week with us, but not bad considering,
I think I've been gone longer than that.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. So you're back this week though. and raring ready to go with some sports and of course some Albertology. But first, what's going on in the wide world of sports?
In the NBA draft,
The NBA draft.
the SEC, we had 9 SEC football players selected in the first round.
Wait, football players.
Football.
You said NBA, so in NFL draft.
Basketball.
Basketball.
In the first.
So we had 9 basketball players. That's good.
And we had a total of 62 players from the SEC. Georgia furnished 10 of those, and Alabama furnished 10.
Okay, so I think we are talking about football anyway.
I guess that is football. I wrote down football.
I know you got me all kinds of confused because you said NBA. So I think
That's
basketball.
in the next line. The next line, the NBA playoffs.
Okay. Now I'm with you.
In the NBA, Golden State took care of Sacramento?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
They got rid of them.
Did they?
And Steph Curry got 50 points.
Goodness.
50 points. That was a record for the playoffs.
I'd say so. That's a lot of points.
So then they took on the Lakers, and now that is in Game 3 coming up. So far it's 1-1.
That'd be an interesting.
The Lakers won Game 1,
playoff.
and the
Warriors come back.
the
and
Warriors
won
came back
second
and
one.
won second game.
Similar to my Celtics.
Your Celtics are still alive.
They are. They made the finals last year. Went to Game 7 with Golden State. So maybe they'll go a step further this year and win it again.
Well,
They did beat Atlanta in the first round pretty handily.
yeah, they didn't have any trouble with them.
Mhm.
They didn't go 6 games, I believe. 6
Yeah.
games.
And now they're playing the 76ers, aren't they?
Yeah. On Monday they won 119, 115. And
Yeah.
Harden is hard to deal with.
He played good that game now.
He did in that game, but he didn't in the second game.
Mm-hmm.
But he got 45 points.
I know it. He's good.
Philadelphia was 12 of 12 at the free throw line.
Yeah, I know it. They played lights out in game 1, but Boston got them yesterday though, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I think yesterday it was 127 to 100.
Heck yeah, that's a way to come back, Celtics.
Tennessee football is pre-ranked number 12 in one poll and number 15 in another poll.
I think that's a little low. That's a little low. I'm disappointed in that. I think we should be in the top 10 at least.
I think we should have been in the top 10.
Yeah.
It bothers me that they did that.
It does me too, because I don't think that is. I don't agree with that.
Florida is not even ranked.
Wow.
That
That's
upset
insane.
me too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Alabama fired their baseball coach.
Oh. Did they?
Brad Bohannon was. The supposition is alleged,
Yeah.
not proven, that he's been doing some gambling.
Oh.
And that messed up Pete Rose big time.
Oh, it did. He's probably been gambling on his own team and everything, I'd say.
I don't know that it was his own team.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's what probably got their attention.
Anyway,
That's not a good scenario.
for a coach to be that's the first coach I've ever heard of.
Yeah. They got caught anyway.
I'm sure that's a big factor. You got to be caught. You got to be caught before you can pay the piper.
Exactly. I'm sure there's several that are doing just what he did and just haven't got caught.
I got that's all I have in sports.
Well, no, we need to mention that our Bledsoe County Lady Warriors softball team is having another great season. They just finished the regular season at undefeated.
Undefeated. That's hard to beat.
That is. They've now once again, second year in a row, regular season district champions, and the district tournament first round starts tonight. 5:30, and the Lay Warriors will be hosting the first round of the district tournament. They play York Institute tonight, and the rest of the district tournament will be played in Monterey.
So they should be favored to win tonight.
Yes, but Lay Warriors heavily favored tonight, really heavily favored to win the district tournament. They really crushed the opposition this year. I mean, they've just had a very few close games even. They've been demolishing people. And then after the district, they win that. They'll be the region, which they won they won the region last year. It was here in Pikeville. Great crowds. And then the state, yeah.
That's important to have a good year because you get some favoritism shown to you by playing the games at home.
That's right. They're having an even better year this year than they did last year. They just lost 2 games last year.
Wow.
Impressive group. And still not many seniors. This is a young team.
That sounds good.
Oh, and before we go to Albertology, you can listen to them too. I meant to say that too. You can listen to them tonight if you don't make it to the game. Mike Smith will have the call for you.
What time?
Well, 5:30. It'll be the first ball pitched at 5:30 tonight right here on WAT. If you don't go down there and watch, which it is here at home, folks. So, and now it's time for some good old Albertology. And I'll tell you, I don't even know what it's going to be about today, folks. So, about to find out.
This is my first fling at this. I have never, I've never indulged in poetry.
No, you haven't.
I've never tried to write a poem, but I did over the weekend. I wrote a poem.
Wow.
I remember saying last week, the 3 sweetest words to mortals given are heard in the words, Mother, Home in Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that or not.
I do. It's a couple weeks ago.
I have thought about those 3 words quite a bit in the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took pen in hand and came up with this poem.
Well, you know how lucky you are just to be able to do that, though? I mean, not just anybody can do that, Papa.
I quoted today with the men from the jail, water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. I learned that in 1950 from the Ancient Mariner. Why that stuck with me, I do not know.
Wow.
I have a poem up over my kitchen table by Joyce Kilmer, and Joyce is a man.
Oh, really? I'm glad you said that. I wouldn't have known.
The name of the poem is Trees. It has 6 stanzas. I've learned all of those 6 stanzas in 1951. It is amazing to me that it stuck up here.
Yeah.
But I have never written a poem before, so this is my first attempt.
Oh, so you didn't write the one from 1951?
No,
okay,
I wrote this week.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Bear in mind, Mother, Home in Heaven, that's the 3 words.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
To qualify the choice of these 3 sent me to the first, for each of us had a mother or we would not be. Mothers soothe our hurts and kiss away our pain like no other on this earth, and we want that pain place kissed again. Home is where the heart is, they say. I know it's where I want to be at the close of a long dreary day. It's where family is, and that's comforting to me. Mother, dad, and siblings too make a house a home, you see. Heaven, though last of these 3 words, certainly is not last in my mind. For heaven should be and is primary to just about any one of my kind.
Yeah.
And as final destinations go, heaven is mine, not just for now, but forever, and where I'll never grow old.
Cool. That I can't believe you just come up with that, though.
I do not know how I did that, but anyway.
Well, I'm gonna chat. Well, you need to be writing a song next, then, Daggum. We'll have you on that. The songwriter show. We'll have you on there. Well, Papa on Grinder House. in that songwriting contest.
I have been I've been accused of dressing like Johnny Cash when I have on a black shirt and
The
black
Man
pants.
in Black.
So
He's one of my favorites.
I did this research on Johnny Cash once before, and I think I've used it before, but
It's been a while though. Yeah, and it's interesting.
Johnny Cash. One thing that touched me, it is I think he's the one that tried to commit suicide down at Nickajack Lake.
I did not know
Nickajack
that.
Lake.
Wow.
Johnny Cash. Early in life, Johnny liked alcohol and drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was wild back in the day.
He was born in 1929. He was in the fast lane. By the 60s, he was already performing with a hit, Folsom Prison Blues.
Oh, wow. A big one. A big hit.
And then there were two more that came along about the same time that gave him international recognition. I Walk the Line.
Yeah, that's a classic.
And I don't remember Cry, Cry, Cry.
I'd have to hear that one, yeah.
But his addiction got to him, and he got uninvited to the Opry.
No, really? I didn't know that either.
And he was arrested in El Paso, Texas. And finally, he attempted suicide at Nickajack Lake.
I didn't know that. That's
in the
big.
Nickajack Cave. And friends helped him out. And he and June Carter got married in 1968. And
He fell for her hard.
they started performing together.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very successful. Both of them were good at what they did. And they got into gospel. They got into children's music. They got into Christmas tunes.
Yeah.
And then a relapse came along. And his addiction hit again in 83.
Oh, okay.
In 93, he did a series of albums to a younger generation, a younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
And June won some Grammys. She won a Grammy
That's big.
for her. That she died. Let's see, the album that she had on was Press On, and then after she had heart surgery in '73, she died in 2003.
Okay.
At 73 in 2000.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Johnny came to her funeral in a wheelchair.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, hers was not expected.
No,
because he was ailing and he had been sick.
He and the addiction got to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then 4 months later, in 2003, he died.
Yes, I'm telling you, that man died of a broken heart. A lot of people think that.
He was just 71 years old.
It was after she died, though. You could see it. He even wrote a song, Papa. It's called "Hurt," and it's about her. Like that was the last song you ever done. Video.
Really?
Yeah, it's when you hear that song too. I'm telling you, I think Johnny Cash, I believe, died of a broken heart.
Two talented people dead. She died at 73, and he died at 71.
Yeah. Yeah, both. You know what?
Had a lot
Hers
of
was
talent.
very unexpected.
Had a
Yeah.
lot of talent.
Yes, they did. You know, she come from the Carter family.
Yes, she did.
They're like what would you say? The pioneers, kind of. You know, in country music.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Well, he was born in 29. I was born in 35, so he was 6 years older than me. But anyway, I think now I ought to do some jokes.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you no to jokes, you know.
I don't want to miss them. I've got a lot more things.
Yeah, I know. You told me you saw me try to tell a joke last week. That was a joke in itself.
Now let me straighten that out for you. These three old Spencers, 96, 94, and 92, live together.
Yeah.
And so they're all at the kitchen table and sipping tea. And the eldest, 96, decides she'll go upstairs and take a shower.
Right. Okay.
So she goes up the steps and she's taking a shower. And she yells back down to the other two that are still at the table, "Am I getting in the tub or getting out of the tub?"
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of that.
She did not know. She had her foot out halfway or in halfway. She didn't know what. So she yelled back down, and so the 94-year-old said, "Well, just a minute, and I'll come up there and help you." So she started up the steps to help her 96-year-old sister. She gets halfway up the steps, and she says back to the 92-year-old, "Am I going up or coming down?" And the 92-year-old said, "You're going up." And she knocked on the table and said, "I hope I never get this forgetful."
That's the one I meant to try to remember.
So then she starts to help the 94 and the 96-year-old.
Yeah.
She gets halfway up the steps. She said, "Wait just a minute, I gotta go to the door." So who's there? She knocked on the door on her table, and she's going to go to the door.
Yeah, she had no room to talk, did she? I could not think of that to save my life last week. So the joke that was the joke in itself right there. It's me forgetting the joke.
Now listen. One day while I was cutting my grass on my rotting mower,
Yeah.
2 nuns from a nearby monastery stopped to chat.
Okay.
One of them said, "I've always wanted to drive a tractor." So I offered to let her drive mine.
Right.
I set it at the lowest speed, and she drove off. "It's like driving a car," I remarked to the other nun.
Okay.
"She's never driven a car," she replied. And looking up, I saw the first nun heading straight for the fire hydrant. So I ran after her yelling, "Turn it, turn it." Then the other nun said she can't hear either. Can't drive and can't hear. I thought that was pretty cute.
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
10 years after we were married, my wife and I were reminiscing about how we'd met in college.
Okay.
"It was a good thing you winked at me," I said. "I was pretty shy and would never have asked you out if you hadn't encouraged me with that wink." My wife said, "What are you talking about? I didn't wink at boys. I don't remember ever. I don't know how to wink."
What?
"Surely you remember," I said. "I walked by the cafeteria and you winked at me through the window." "I wasn't winking. I was in problem with my contacts."
That's funny right there now.
I do not know. I do not know to this day. And Carolyn and I would have been married 70 years next Wednesday. I do not know how I met Carolyn. I do not know how I got involved in her life.
Yeah, kind of stumbled upon each other. Yeah.
It was her idea.
Well, yeah.
It was her idea to get married too.
Yeah.
Have you heard anybody talk about when money will no longer be effective, it will be a cashless society?
Well, yeah, I've heard that, especially with the way inflation is right now. It's ridiculous.
This man said, "I'm well prepared for a cashless society, having kids that already put me there."
Ain't got no cash already.
Having kids that already put me there.
Heck, for long, it'll be $5 to buy a piece of bubble gum. Seems like.
Bubblegum was a penny when I was a kid. Candy bars were a nickel. Stamps were 3 cents.
You lucky dog.
Gas was 27 cents. Cigarettes were a penny.
Gosh, that's crazy.
It's important that soldiers learn from their mistakes. Otherwise, they're bound to repeat them at inopportune times. Here, some soldiers have gleaned what they've learned from their lives.
Okay.
"I was cold" is not a sufficient reason for being caught in the female battery.
I'd say not.
"I was cold."
Pretty good excuse, though, but I'd say it didn't work.
"Do not communicate with officers using only Madonna lyrics."
I'd say not.
"Do not conduct live fire exercises at the general's unattended Jeep,
Dang.
even if it's parked in an area clearly marked live fire zone. Do not attempt to shave with fire."
I know the idiot that tried that.
This is not the same thing I've been talking about. I'm convinced my cockroaches have military training. I set out a roach bomb and they defused it. They defused my. These are legendary.
So.
These are legendary comebacks. Babe Ruth. You don't remember Babe Ruth,
No,
but you've heard about
obviously
Babe Ruth.
heard of him. Yeah.
He was the original one that set the home run record, and who broke his record?
Was it Hank Aaron?
Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
And
So
I've got the newspaper where Mark McGuire hit the home run.
Oh yeah.
I've got Eddie Abbott bought that newspaper, and it's up over
Yeah.
over where I eat.
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
Still got it.
That's right.
When Yankees baseball great Babe Ruth signed a contract in 1930 for $80,000,
Yeah.
he was asked whether he thought he deserved to be making more than the president, Herbert Hoover. And he said, "Why not? I had a better year than he did."
I love that answer.
Pope John the 23rd said this. He was asked, "How many people work at the Vatican?" The Vatican is the city of, and he said, "About half."
Rest of them's lazy, I take it.
After a bout of drinking, humorist Robert Benchley found himself face to face with a uniformed man.
Uh-oh.
Benchley, under the influence of alcohol, asked the man to call him a cab. And the man said to Benchley, "I'm an admiral in the U.S. Navy." He said, "Okay, then call me a battleship." Just call me a battleship.
Well, he was lit, wasn't he?
He was well lit.
Wow, all those have been good.
Now that I've removed my windshield wipers, I shouldn't be getting any more parking tickets.
Shoot. There's another dummy right there then.
People are dumb, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, some people can be.
You ever wonder why
Sure.
we call it a double U instead of a double V?
No, but I don't know why. I've never wondered it, but no.
The Latin alphabet did not have a letter to respond with the W that we have in the English language in the 7th century.
Really?
So scribes wrote it as UU instead of W.
Really?
And so the WU symbol eventually meshed together to form the letter W.
No, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
No.
And
What about that?
uh,
Better tell a joke though. You can't tell great jokes like that and then end on a true story. Although interesting, a true story. It's gonna be hard to top the ones you told though.
a British fisherman won a trophy and $1,300 when he landed the largest bass during a fishing tournament. But before he could stuff it with shrimp and pour a lemon sauce over it, he was arrested and disqualified.
Dang.
It turns out the winning fish had been stolen from an aquarium.
One more, Papa.
One more?
Yeah, sure.
A new patient handed me her medical history form. Under past trauma, she said, married twice. Married
That's
twice.
pretty good. Must not been very good ones then.
You know, I'm with Juanita. She's in Memphis right now, but she's been married twice. And Jolene, the secretary at church, she's been married twice. So it's
got
not,
something in common, but well, no, you don't. Never mind, my bad. You know, they have something in common. That's what I was trying to say.
But it's not always trauma.
No, of course not.
But now, Juanita is trauma. She outlived 2 husbands.
Right. Yeah. Widow.
And Jolene's
Twice,
been a
yeah.
widow for 12 or 13 years now. And
Well,
Ophelia, she's been married twice.
Yeah.
And she's been, I don't know, she's been a widow for 20 years.
Yeah. The
So
love
it's not al-
lives.
it's not
The
always
love
fun.
life of Papa. Albert Roberts, the ladies' man.
Nah, I didn't say.
No, but I did. You weren't expecting that, was you?
No, I was not expecting that.
I was expecting to say it, but I couldn't resist it. Well, glad to have you back this week, Papa.
Let me tell you, I was glad to be able to get up these steps.
I would say so.
I didn't know that I'd be able to get up.
Well, we'll see you guys next week for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. But thanks for tuning in today.
Don't tell about the game tonight.
Oh, well, we already have. But here's Mike's. Well, you don't know him from watching, but here's Mike. He'll be down there tonight bringing the game to. Is it 5:30?
5:30. York
I thought
Institute
so.
is the opponent. York Institute.
Yeah, so we'll be heavily favored.
I would say so. I think we went to them by back-to-back games, 35-0. So that's
Goodness.
35-0 was
Wow.
that's the same night. Both games. That
Good
was a double
Lord.
header that night. So they
Well, I was saying on the sports segment that they're still undefeated, and a lot of the games have not even been very close. Just a handful of games where they've had to struggle somewhat.
it ain't much of that district. Our district is not very strong.
Not this
and that's
year.
been a problem. Yeah, we've had a couple of close games, but those were non.
They were non-district games, though. Yeah,
games, and that's probably good because you really.
it is. Ray County was a good win. Two good wins. South Pittsburgh's a good win.
We win tonight. We're in the winners bracket. To
That's
play the
right.
winner of Monterey Sequatchie, and if we lose, we're in the losers bracket. And you don't
don't
want
see
to
that
lose bracket because
happening.
you go on the road in the regions. So
Right.
that's the last thing in the world you want to do.
Yeah, we want them to host the region again
Yeah, we
this
don't
year.
host the region again, and then
And
the
defend that
probably the
title.
first rounds of the
Sub-state.
sub-state,
Yeah.
and then to Murfreesboro in early June, May or early June.
That would
So
be awesome, and we want them to go even further this year. The very talented team, young team. Go check them out. You can listen to it here on the radio if you don't make it down there. But check them out if you've not watched Lady Warriors yet. The community's getting behind them, and it's a feel good story. It really is. And
they're doing
good to see.
some improvements to the stadium as we speak.
Good,
It's not quite
good.
finished, but it's
Really, that's
it's
awesome.
there, and that sort of thing. But
That's good.
like I said, we're 5:20 is going to be our pregame, and then 5:30.
There'll be a good crowd there, probably.
I would say it'll have to be a good team. The thing is the weather. There was a chance
Yeah.
of weather, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either. I think
I don't
we're
think it's
good to
gonna-
go
gonna
on
happen.
that.
So 5:30. I heard you talk about Johnny Cash,
Yeah,
Johnny
Papa.
and that Hurt song, Hurt. That
That's
was a
a great
9 Inch
song.
Nails song.
I know, but he killed it, man. He done so good.
Yeah,
on that
Red
song.
Reznor said when he heard Cash do it, he said, "That's it. It's all over for him. It's Cash's song." That's
He made it his. He did.
It actually was the #1 big country video of all time. Hurt.
It was awesome. It was his last song that he done. But I was telling you
Well,
about.
you remember I told you about the Beatles last week? One
Mhm.
of their songs, the most famous song they ever recorded, 2,500 people have recorded that.
Good Lord, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
The Beach Boys
The-
actually recorded
Wow.
a Johnny Cash song.
The Beach Boys did?
Sloop John B. And Johnny did an earlier version of it called "I Want to Go Home," which is basically the
I've
same
heard
words,
that
same
one.
lyrics. So that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's some more Johnny Cash education there, folks. But anyway, yeah, check if you want to go to the game tonight, go see it. But if not, Michael has a call for you right here on WUAT, and first pitch will be thrown at 5:30.
I'll
Right,
tell you one
right.
thing. I just thought of this. Okay, Johnny Cash actually did a song for a James Bond film. He did. This is true.
He did prove.
James Bond film. He had
Oh,
he
yeah.
had done called Thunderball. That was the film.
Okay,
and he
that's
had
pretty
done the
cool.
thing, and they almost used it, but they ended up doing Tom Jones instead. And I got a copy of the record. It's never been released. Never been released. So
Well, it needs to be.
yeah, it's a very
It needs to be.
it's a very catchy tune. But Thunderball, he did because it was more accurate.
He did a
storytelling.
lot. He done a lot of cool
He was,
things. Yep. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode. But like I said, we'll be back with you next time, folks. So until then, have a great week, and we'll see you guys next time. So long, folks. Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.